What's up, everybody? You know who it is. It's Justin coming at you again with another video. Now, this is like my first requested video, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going to see how this works. But, yeah, I know I'm not the only one that's been noticing like a gang of new waivers coming on the page asking these repetitive questions. How do I get waves? How do I get spinning? You know, what products do I need? What products should I put in my hair? A lot of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, I've been on this page a while, and this is probably some of the most of these questions that I've seen, you know, just like all at once or whatever. So I'm gonna try to educate y'all and let y'all know what you guys need. You know, this is what you need right here, you know. Now this right here is a hard brush. I like to call this brush Diane 8159, you know what I'm saying? I love this brush, you know what I'm saying? Why do I love this brush? Because a soft brush will not do too much for my hair at this length. My hair is 7 weeks wolfing right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a hard brush, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? This is what you need, a soft brush. Now this is a crown quality brush, you know what I'm saying? This brush is probably like an elite brush, if you will. This is like a step up above the average brush, you know what I'm saying? Because it has that curve to it that contours to your head and gives you a more uniform pattern, you know what I'm saying? You don't need this brush, you know, but it helps. It helps a lot, you know what I'm saying? How do I get waves? Brush. You know, how can I wolf longer? Because I can only wolf a certain amount of time. Brush more, because your hair will train and allow you to go to those higher weeks in wolfing, you know what I'm saying? 95% of the questions that you ask, you know what I'm saying, the answer is brush. For real, you know what I'm saying? How do I train my sides? I'm not going to get too much into that because I think, you know, there's going to be another video that someone else is going to make on that, so I'm not going to really get into all that. But how do I get my sides good? Brush. I got waves on the right side, you know, how do I get them on the left side? Brush, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, a lot of people said it before, you know what I'm saying? It's almost common sense. It's not rocket science, you know. You know, it's not memorizing the first 103 numbers of pi, you know what I'm saying? It's really not that hard, you know. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of patience, but I'm not going to keep on rambling or whatever. We're going to handle business, all right? Now, just going over this real quick, because this is brushing 101, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm using the hard brush, as I was saying, or whatever, and I'm brushing in a frontwards motion. From the crown, right here, you know, I caught myself like starting from right here, you know what I'm saying, on accident, like right here, you know, but as I realized, you know, so like I can go back a step and get another extra set of rows of waves in my hair. So I took it back another row and started brushing from right here to my forehead. And over time, more waves accumulated right there. And this was recent, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you that you got to really learn, you know, the basics of brushing, you know. Left side, 45-degree angle towards your cheek, you know what I'm saying? You can do it this way, you know, the diagonal way. You can do it like this, just kind of move your arm in the diagonal motion, you know, or kind of just a little sweeping motion like that. You know, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Right side, same way. You know, 45-degree angle. Now my right side just happens to wave up better, you know, brushing in a more downward motion, which is fine, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Back, you know, crown, and you go down. You know, a lot of times, you know, now that my hair is really, you know what I'm saying, fluffed right into place, you know what I'm saying, I went over with the hard brush, smoothed it out with the softy. Now get them little wild hairs, you know, that's just everywhere. Get them little wild hairs to lay down, you know. But yeah, now we're going to go into the products that you guys like to talk about, you know. What products should I use? What's the best product? What's the best pomade? What's the best moisturizer? You know, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it's definitely some products that's better than others out there, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, until I have a pile of your hair right here, I'm not going to know what's good for you, you know what I'm saying? You got to really understand, you got to do trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how many products I got. I got like a whole store worth of products. Why? Because I have to find out what's good for me. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like this, this stuff is good for me, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care for using grease and pomades. I don't like the way it feels, you know. I want to be able to put my head up against the mirror and not leave nothing there, you know what I'm saying? Not mess up my pillow at night, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like grease for real. You know, but we're gonna go over carrot cream by Hollywood Beauty, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a request for this as well. You know, I'm gonna show y'all how I use it. You know, it's really nothing special. Take about this much, you know, rub it in your hands real good, you know, like so. And this is a good way to make sure the product gets evenly distributed throughout your hair. One hand, wipe, you know, one hand, wipe, and the remainder, roll it together and you put it on the sides. That's a real good way to like get it good and distributed on your hair. Oops, got some on my eyebrow. But yeah, and then around with a little eyebrow moisture. But yeah, got most of it on my hair or whatever. And if you feel like your hair is still kind of dry, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to get a little bit more, you know? Don't overdo it now, you know, but a little bit more won't hurt. I felt like that was a little bit not enough. I felt like that was not enough for me, so yeah. Now I'm brushing, you know what I'm saying? You see my hair is getting moisturized, it's starting to lay down or whatever. I'm not gonna keep on brushing, you know, because I'm just making a point. You know, my hair is super curly and super, you know, just everywhere right now. But that's alright though, because when I put my do-rag on and do this, I mean, when I do the plastic bag method and then I put my do-rag on, everything's gonna piece into place, you know. I ain't have nothing in my hair before this video. Last night I just decided to go with just hot water, get my hair a break from the products or whatever. But yeah, y'all, I mean, most of y'all questions can be answered with brushing, you know, for real. Straight up. What's gonna help you lay your hair down better? You know, I've said this in probably 2 or 3 of my previous videos or whatever, but I'm gonna say it again. It's the plastic bag method. You rub a plastic bag like this, same way you brush, going with the grain of your hair. You know, I'm cupping my hand so it'll contour to my head. You know, that's how we gonna do it like that. Just a quick little demonstration or whatever. Then we go put my satin do-rag on, you know what I'm saying? This is Old Faithful right there. This is my favorite do-rag. Works better than a suit-rag to me, but you know, to each his own. This is just what works for me, so I'm gonna stick with it. Put my do-rag on. Need to see what I'm doing, hold up. Try to make this quick for y'all. You know, I'm not tying this super tight, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that I don't want them lines in my hair. You don't gotta tie it super tight. You know, pull it in the back, make sure that it's snug, make sure it's holding them sides, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't know how to make it tight on the sides. Y'all just put it on and just think it's good. No, you gotta pull it, you know. Pull it. And then for extra compression, you know, a little stocking cap. You know? Little stocking cap right here. Make sure the line is going horizontal across your head, not vertically. You know what I'm saying? Bam. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do that. That is how we do that, you know what I'm saying? Now, I got a little demonstration for y'all too. You know, this is the science of brushing. This is why brushing works, you know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta work with me, you know what I'm saying? These scissors, this is your brush, okay? This strip of paper, this is your hair. Now, the pressure that I use, let's use that to associate that with time and dedication, all right? Because we all know that we need that for waves. Okay, so you got a fresh cut, your hair is straight, ain't got no waves, right? But you start brushing, you know, brush, brush. You know what I'm saying? Then that dedication, you know, takes you into week 2, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, the paper starting to curve a little bit, you know? You know, that do-rag, you wearing the do-rag every night, you know what I'm saying? You're brushing a lot, everything's going good. It takes you into week 3. You know what I'm saying? Now it's curving a little bit more. You're almost ready for your haircut, you know what I'm saying? Almost ready for your haircut. And by the time, boom, week 4, you're almost ready for your haircut. You're ready for your haircut now. You know what I'm saying? By the time you're ready for your haircut, this is what comes about. This curl right here. And your do-rag is going to flatten this curl. And this is your wave, more or less. You know what I'm saying? All that pressure that I was doing, that friction, it's the same thing that the brush does for your hair. It's going to lay it down. And it's going to make it curl like that. You know what I'm saying? And you need curls for waves. That's why brushing works. That's the brushing down to a science. You know what I'm saying? Oils, you know what I'm saying? This is probably some of the best stuff right here. Extra virgin olive oil. You know what I'm saying? I got this from my mama's kitchen cabinet. You know what I'm saying? I could take this to the head right now if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Put it in my hair all the same. You know what I'm saying? They call this stuff liquid gold. You know what I'm saying? And that name, it lives up to its name. You know what I'm saying? It really does. You know what I'm saying? Penetrates your hair. You know what I'm saying? Gives it that shine. You know what I'm saying? It's a humectant. You know what I'm saying? It'll take the moisture out of the air and put it in your hair. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't want to use this kind of stuff in like real humid climates, because it's going to like oversaturate your hair and make it really frizzy. Same as you don't want to use it in like super arid climates.